Welcome everyone to the Everything Show. I am your host, Major 2, and I am with Scott. Happy birthday, Scott.
Thank you.
All right, how you doing, bro?
I am this many years old, either direction,
50?
55.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right. So what did you eat today? So you had something, right?
Yeah, I went up to, first I went to Golden Corral, and I thought afterwards I should have went to, uh, another place, but I thought I've already here. And then I went to Oklahoma Joe's and had something from them, which is real good.
Good for you, bro. Good for you. Treat yourself for your birthday.
Waffle House. That's what I was trying to think of. I should have went to Waffle House, but I was already across the street and didn't want to recross.
So I saw today that Aquaman 2 is done filming. Yesterday, Doctor Strange 2 was done filming. I still didn't see Aquaman.
But it's good. It is quite good.
Yeah. I'm a Marvel guy mostly, but I still got to see Aquaman. Yeah, and then Doctor Strange. I wanted to talk to Chris about Doctor Strange 2 because, you hear, of course, about Doctor Strange 2, but we didn't hear anything about another potential Doctor Strange sequel, which I'm wondering.
Yeah, number 3 or something like that.
Yeah, usually they would say something like that, but nothing at all. Maybe it's too soon, but
yeah, because when I saw that, I thought, aren't we on number 2? Why are we talking about number 3 this far in advance? We need to grant.
I mean, you know what it is. Usually they say,
let's wait for the second one to go through its hype and cool down.
Yeah,
so.
I'm gonna look at the box office. We haven't done that in a while. Okay, so Spider-Man: No Way Home currently stands at $1,544,000,000, $455,963. That is awesome.
And poor 355, it tanked.
And Scream comes out today, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow comes out mostly.
Yeah, a little sneak peek comes out today, and then officially tomorrow.
Now, The Kingsman actually did some money too. It did $75 million.
It was good. I went and saw it. I mean, it's been weeks. I went and saw it maybe weeks after it came out. It was good, but it was a prequel. But the first 2 were so much better, though.
Right. But they are going to make a third one, I know. I mean, set in regular time, I guess.
Yeah.
It's bad timing. It's probably bad timing, I guess.
I don't know. It's just I don't know if it's because it was the prequel or what, but it just felt like it was another one of those movies like it was missing something.
Right.
But it just didn't have the same.
It's just bad timing. That's all.
Yeah.
Now people are afraid to go to the movies because of
You can't say that because look how well Spider-Man and
but that though they went out. Do you know why they went for that? For Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, basically. Pretty much.
Because that's what somebody was saying about the 355. They really can't.
That didn't do well at all. I mean, that did like
COVID because for saying that, but that's pretty much what they're saying is you really can't blame COVID in this case because you've got Spider-Man and No Time to Die doing so well.
Oh, what the James Bond mean?
Yeah.
I still didn't see that too.
That's also a good one.
Yeah. Like I said, it's too early. We don't have any box office numbers yet for Scream. It's coming out tonight. I think an hour ago it debuted.
Yeah.
It's only like a couple one show, 2 shows.
It's what I've noticed here is like there's like one or 2 shows.
And they close early now.
Yeah.
So it's probably just a 7:00 show and that's it. And then they close at 9:00. So everybody will be going to see Scream tomorrow. I think it's going to do well.
It is. I think so. I'm still up in the air whether I want to go see it or not. So.
Yeah, I think so. I didn't see House of Gucci. Did you see that?
No.
What's up, Bear Wolf?
Hey, buddy.
What's going on, bro?
House of Gucci just doesn't seem like my type of movie.
I mean, I would catch that on cable.
Yeah, same.
I wouldn't go. I mean, Lady Gaga would watch an American Horror Story, but I wouldn't go out to see House of Gucci. Like,
yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what
I would go see. Like I said, if I had time and I had whatever the means, I would go see Scream. I would go see, The Kingsman. I mean, but House of Gucci is not something I would see in the theaters. You know. Yeah, I was cameoing in Retro Critics in Chat Awards.
Hey,
So
sweet.
yeah, that was pretty cool. That's Memery. Memery is the Whovian community amongst his many
aliases.
Accounts, I guess. So, what was I going to say today? I got 2 platinums, but like I said, it was today mostly a relaxing day. I slept.
Yeah.
You know, was supposed to work tonight. That got canceled. Tomorrow night, supposedly due overnight again. That may get canceled. The weather is supposedly we're going to get a snowstorm.
We're supposed to be here in Oklahoma
on either the weekend or Monday.
Back up to the 60s.
Yeah. Now it went.
Days later.
It was super cold. Then it went to like the 40s.
Yeah.
And now it's going to get super cold again. So.
Tammy.
Okay, so here's the thing. In order for me to go out during a pandemic, I would not see House of Gucci. Now, if we were before pandemic, where I would go see everything, then yes. But it's just a thing where it has to be a special occasion for me to go to the movies. And now that they raised the price of everything, in case you didn't know, everything went up. I'm not going to go see every single thing in the movie theaters like I used to. Stop with the nonsense, Memer. You know it's you. Yeah. Community.
Stop pulling a Sybil on us. Come on.
Just call it Memery Channel 2, 3, 4. I mean, I have Matrix Lloyd Channel 1, 2, 3. Just call it Memery Channel. I don't know what. Yeah. Okay, whatever.
Or Mammary Channel.
Mammary? It's Scott's birthday. You don't even wish him happy birthday? Shame.
It's okay if somebody does or doesn't.
Some bitches. His birthday, man. Okay. Hey, congratulations on winning, Bad Wolf. You were the shit poster of the year.
Nice, dude.
I had a feeling you were going to win, too. That was good. Bad Wolf. Poor Bad Wolf. He was every time I flood his Twitter DMs and I'm like 501, 502, and then after a while I felt bad because I'm like, oh my god, like he's talking to me and I'm talking to him, but I keep putting numbers on it. I probably drive him nuts. So I kind of stopped doing that, right, Bad Wolf? Because I was like, I know you were sick, you and your family. I felt bad. I'm like, why am I'm annoying the shit out of him? I'd be talking to him like serious, and then I'd be like, middle conversation, 510, 511.
Ooh, like, damn, dude.
And then we'd be talking like, oh, how's this? Oh, that's good, 512. It's like, oh shit. The whole year I did that. The whole year. Then I said, you know what? I'm gonna stop because he could look at my thing. Yeah, you imagine? So, in case you want to know, 587 right now. Okay, well, 587. I was doing a video the other day, walking home. I didn't even know how many platinums I had. I just went blank. I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, I hate when that happens. I've done that so many times. I'm walking along, and the information is like right.
There. I was about to say it, and I'm like, I don't know how many platinums. Terrible. So yeah, the podcasts are back. I'm happy about that. I am tired though because again, I'm used to napping and sleeping and doing all weird times. Yeah, very funny, Memery. No, you cannot. Stop trolling, man. So you're gonna stop that, right? We're gonna stop doing that. Didn't you say like New Year and new leaf, right? Apologize to some people? No?
I think that's for 2023.
Yeah. Well, one more year trolling, and then he's done, and he's out. Oh, he was joking. Oh. Okay. So I want to tell you about this game that I fucking can't stand. You probably
Oh,
see
the
me.
one that you were playing, which I saw. Yeah.
Fucking Wukong. That fucking Wukong game, right? That's a poor man's Crash Bandicoot. That game sucks, honestly. The game is glitchy as fuck. I died, but then it wouldn't let me die.
Yeah, you
It got
fall in that one
stuck.
little pocket. Yep.
That shit like that's annoying. I hate games that you should have the platinum and you don't, and it's like stupid bullshit trophies that they put in there, like, oh, you can't get hit once. Don't do shit like that. That's just you're not
Yeah.
a fucking A-list game where you could put shit in there like that. Like if you're playing a Metal Gear Solid or some shit. Don't put stupid shit in there if you're a fucking indie game like that. That's dumb. And then no one's ever gonna play your fucking game because you're never gonna get the platinum because you have stupid ass trophies. No, but half the people in the fucking world don't know what the fuck Wukong is. And if you really, and not only that, but if you're trying to
I tried
create a
looking that
character,
game up, and the only thing I found was some game that's based on the Monkey King that's coming out in 2023.
that was something else too. But Wukong, like, how about make the character look nice? It could be kiddie-ish or like like something out of Crash Bandicoot, but you make him look ugly, like it was the first draft in, and you should have thrown it in the garbage. Like it's just I have that too, Dirt 5. It was a PlayStation Plus thing. I should play that. We bought anybody who has PlayStation Plus, you got Dirt 5 free, I believe. The racing game, right? I should play that too. Ooh.
That was me.
Oh. Okay. So so Wukong, that game sucks. Then people watch me play track and track challenge mode for EU region. That game's annoying. Those games are annoying.
I need cast with Counter Spy because that thing I have to say is real fun.
Yeah, I have that too. I gotta play.
There was just one section, then it was a DEFCON 4.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. My guy would not move from where he was landed. It's like
Does that have a platinum?
Huh?
Does that game have a platinum?
I don't remember. I've got to go check.
Okay.
But I started playing it. I got to that section. It's like he wouldn't move. I thought, okay, maybe I got to shoot. Hit shoot button. Nope. Jump. He just would not move from that section. So, of course, I've got to dive out, dive back in.
Right.
And I try it again, and once again, this one little section he would not move. So I can't remember, was it the U.S. side or the Russia side? I can't remember, but it was the U.S. or the Russia side. So I did the opposite side, and he moved just fine then.
Hey, Wolf, I have a question for you. I saw something today about Xbox One being discontinued. That's not the current Xbox system, is it? Xbox One, or is it? Because they said something about the system being discontinued, or is that the previous? Because I'm not an Xbox guy. But I don't know what's the current Xbox system name. Is it Xbox One?
Yes.
Oh, it's the last one. Xbox One's the last gen. What's the newest Xbox system? Oh, it's Xbox S or something.
Yeah.
That's the new one. S, right?
Yeah, it's S.
S. Okay.
It's either S or X. I know it's one of those two.
Oh, Xbox. Is it Xbox X? That's okay. So that makes sense. Series
SX.
SX. Okay. So that's why Xbox One's discontinued. Okay. I was getting confused because they confuse the shit out of you with that. So Xbox One's discontinued today. Okay. And then Xbox SX is the new one. I'm not an Xbox person, so
I still gotta get it. Xbox I had was the 360, and that's when I decided to go back to the PS4.
Yeah. Now you've been playing Grand Theft Auto 5, but you haven't bought the remastered.
No,
it's the same shit, right? Or it's not?
It's pretty much. I think the remaster is just pretty much like they do with everything. They've just made everything look a lot more
better,
crisper, and all that. Like pretty much what they've done with Mass Effect and all these other things. Only thing they've done is just gone back, improved on the pixels and all that. So
they had these games that Bible company made, Breakthrough Gaming, right? that they put out the version of the baseball and the racing, but you have to have 4 effing controllers.
Oh God.
Right? And you know me, like I bought it because it was 99 cents, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get the. No, you're not gonna get the platinum. You got to buy. If you only have 2 controllers, and this is the conundrum I had, right? Because I don't like games just sitting there. But I'm like, the only way you could get the fucking platinum is you need 4 fucking controllers. Now, they raised the price of the controllers, so a PlayStation 4 controller probably run you $70.
Yeah.
Right? So do I really want to buy 2 fucking controllers at $140 to beat a $1 game? Like a 99-cent game? Like, think about that for a minute. Now, yeah, you could say, all right, you're going to buy a controller because your controller that breaks. You have another. That's the argument, but it's ridiculous when you think about it that no other game.
Yeah. There's one. Yeah, you can get one for about 60, another one for about, I'm going to say 28. The Dual Shock is like 55.
Your Doctor Who stuff we're going to talk about on Real Movies, because I realized yesterday it was just a thing where everybody came together and we were talking about Doctor Who and the Everything Show, but I kind of want to just save Doctor Who for Real Movies. So,
and all the PlayStation 5 stuff is between like 60 and $70.
Yeah, I'm not. Here's the thing with the PlayStation 5, right? I'd rather buy games than like not buy games for a month and just get the PlayStation 5 with one game. So I'm up in the air like the PlayStation 5. Like while I want it, I think it's too soon for it because it's not a big enough library for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm gonna wait. If somebody gets it for me for my birthday, that's nice next month. But
one of the places here, a buddy of mine, Casey, said that pretty much if you buy the PlayStation 5, it's upwards of like $70.
The games.
And it's pretty much you have to buy a controller and you have to buy 1 or 2 games.
Well, the other thing too, you're not aware of, you got to buy a different TV because it can't handle, you can't put it on a regular TV. So now you got to go out and now you got to buy an expensive TV. And then so this thing is going to run you $1,000.
Yeah.
When you think about it. But that's the thing. It's like, okay, yes, I want to play Demon Souls, right? That's the only thing really right now, I think, for PlayStation 5 I probably would want to play, right? I think. But it's not like I'd rather see a whole bunch of freaking games coming out that I would like, and then I would buy it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So right now I'm going to hold off. I'm going to purchase football head-to-head tomorrow and probably the EU thing of it. So I'm going to probably buy that game twice. And then we'll see what else I'm going to purchase because you got your PlayStation on in the background.
Yeah, I was afraid that something might one of the little things will pop on, so I figured I'd just pop it to the main menu. So I've got basically Grand Theft Auto, Counter Spy, Biomutant, Bloodborne, Jack and Daxter's Control, and right now Destroy All Humans across that top little line.
Bad Wolf knows that I won that contest from Overhyped Gamer where he gave me a game from the EU region that I had to create an account just for that. So now I have currently 2 regions that I play, our regular North American region and EU, the European region. But there are other regions that I could join.
Yeah.
But again, that means buying every single thing again, 3rd time. It's like, so I'm kind of like sticking with 2 regions for now. Mm-hmm. But in this year, I will be joining the other regions, I'm sure. And then, of course, we're going to see how much money we're going to spend. But right now, I'm 318 ranked. Yesterday, I was 325, I think. So I'm 318. So it's going down to getting closer to number 1. So.
Sweet.
Yeah. So what's going on, Beowulf? I don't know if you can come in. I put you the link in the Twitter. I'm trying to be number 1 for America. I know people laughing at me, but you know what? It's actually closer to reality than anything. And me even putting half an effort into the gaming, I already moved up the rank. So Scott, we might get flagged because of the PlayStation.
Okay, here, let me.
Yeah, if you could just mute that. Yeah, if you could just mute that.
Yeah, there we go.
Because Mimi tried to pull that shit yesterday, being a fake Jacob and trying to get me flagged out. Son of a bitch. That was not cool, Mimi, you bastard. That's all you need is music, and then boom, strike down.
Well, that's what happened with two of my videos I've done. I went to a thing that said free music. All right, it definitely said free music, and I just shortened it up. And still, I got hit with a.
I had that happen one time too. I got hit with the fucking shit too. Some asshole is, and then if you go further, then they drop the case. Yeah. But it's just so fucked up that they do that sometimes. Memery, no, you can't come into Real Hoovians, dude. First of all, you've been fucking creating, right, a fake Matrix Lord 212 parody account, which made no fucking sense. Then you've been going after people in streams. You've been fucking manipulating shit with William Who, with Noel. You've been attacking Noel. You've been attacking this one, attacking that one, making shit about me. And now you're happy that I'm doing podcasts and you want to join in, but you should have stopped fucking trolling to begin with. Because I'm not going to have you on here if you're going to fucking troll. So, like, you need to fucking, like, chill out first. It's fucked up. I mean, I don't condone that shit. And you never had to do that. You were on my show. So I put you on, and then you went back to trolling again. So you need to think about things for a little bit because, it's kind of fucked up. I don't like the behavior. I don't like you going after people, and then you think you're just going to be on our show. No. So, anyway, yeah. So today's your birthday. That's cool.
Yep.
You got any visitors?
55. So
that's nice, man.
It's one of these I can't reverse the numbers and be younger, but
you don't feel. Do you feel older? No.
No, I don't.
There you go.
To me, it's just a number. I mean, big deal. So what?
We're gonna be going through this next month with my birthday.
Yeah.
212. Matrix Lord 212 will be my birthday. We'll see. I will be 48, I believe.
Ooh, so you'd be older than me if you reverse the numbers.
Ha! 48. My God.
I remember that.
What the hell? Where's time going? It's crazy.
I know.
We've been doing this, what, 10 years?
But 10 years. 10, 11 years. Yeah, geez.
10 years since December we were doing YouTube. Wow, remember that shit? Remember when you were like on Real Hoovians like fucking 4?
Yeah.
6 or some shit, whatever it was? Jesus Christ. Who would ever thought, right? All these thousands of podcasts we have?
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
Go back in time and go, this is what you're going to look like. And
I look at what my hair looked like. And like Sharon says, too, my face was bigger because I was chunkier.
What's funny is I hate when Facebook does that little today in history and they show you like what happened like 4 or 5, 20 years
I know I looked like my face is definitely thinner now, which is great. But the hair, I have a lot more hair, obviously. Then I know I did look young, right? I know Bill was commenting on the videos from fucking 10 years ago and shit. That's a weird thing. Like people don't understand. They comment to a video that's 10 years old, and they don't realize like we've done like it's 11,000 videos. Yeah. So for me to remember what was in that video, like I would have to watch it again. Like I have no idea. Like, and they were asking me a question that, I have to watch the video again.
Yeah, it's like, hi.
Yeah,
but
so I definitely got to get this haircut, man. This hair, I know the hair's
you and me both. You and me both.
So. I know the hair's got to be done, so the hat's gonna go on. There you go. There's that person again with a different foreign language. I don't know who that is. It was only yesterday. So, what are we doing today? Well, I think today. Oh, I know why Chris isn't in because he's wrestling today, right?
I think so. Yeah, he's got wrestling.
Yeah, I missed him. Yeah, because when Chris is big in wrestling, so we have to catch him.
So is Casey, and he keeps asking me to contact him when we do a cast. It's random. It's like
it's spontaneous.
Yeah.
Like honestly, before you came in and I was waiting, and I had my picture off and I was starting to fall asleep. Like literally, I was like literally like this, and then I'm like, oh, because like sometimes.
Like I said, I popped up. I heard my phone go off. And I thought,
Like I went like this, and I'm like, oh, Scott's there. Like, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, because I looked. I thought, okay, is this today's? Because I even clicked on it, and something was going.
Usually, I write something to separate the other one.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until after I
didn't do that today. I didn't do that today. I just sent the link. But I figured I sent you messages before, like happy birthday, so you would know it's new. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. So besides the podcast returning, yeah, they're all returning. Joey Jupiter, Sky Havoc, Joe Gotts, Mandakor,
and any new ones.
Jorga the Explorer, Dignifacto, and maybe some new. I mean, Joe Lipa and maybe some new people. I don't know, like new incarnations of Matrix Lord 2 and 2 from the multiverse, I guess, right? The Matrix verse. Yeah. I wonder what the next one's going to be. But anyway, this was cool that I got. This is cool that I got this one.
That is cool.
I know it's kiddie-ish, but I'm a Spider-Man fan.
I'm sorry.
And behind me is, I believe that's.
I know she has something.
That's Moreland, I think.
Okay.
Right. You know Moreland, right? The one that Do you ever see the one? He's like almost like He's not Morbius. Okay? Yeah. He's like immortal, and what happened was he was always after the spider DNA of the comics, and he's the one that ripped Spider-Man's eye out and ate it.
Ooh.
And he broke every bone in his body, and Spider-Man was about to die, and then Moreland was going to kill Mary Jane. And that's when, enraged, a dying Peter Parker, Spider-Man, these tentacle things came out, and he fucking absorbed like Moreland. Now everybody was pissed because, thank you for the donation, Bad Wolf. Appreciate that very much. Thank you, Bad Wolf. So everybody was pissed because Spider-Man never killed anyone, right? So they were like, oh my God, is he dead? But he's not dead because he's immortal. It just took him a while for him to come back.
Yeah.
So what happened was Spider-Man died, right? But then he didn't really, like he broke out of his body and he was like a thing. Like he got to Central Park and he weaved a web, a cocoon, and basically regrew a new body. And I guess that is a thing that we weren't aware of, is that like if a spider loses a leg, they can grow it back, right? So he regrew, his tonsils grew back, everything grew back. And what happened was Tony Stark had to come in, and they're like, because he came back, but his body's in the morgue, right? But you could see like it's like a shell, right? Like a moth coming at it. So like his body's there, and he had to take the wedding ring off the fucking dead corpse and put it on his finger because the new body now, right? Very complicated, but he didn't die. He just shed the skin, the whatever. But he was able to shoot webs regularly in the comics again until the deal was made with Mephisto, and then he lost the ability, and he just had to do web shooters again. But he technically probably has it where it's blocked, where he can shoot webs like he had before. But also, Spider-Man is going to be restarted in the comics for the anniversary of Spider-Man. 2022 is the 60th anniversary of Spider-Man. We're getting John Romita Jr. doing the artwork again. And in April, Spider-Man starts with #1 again. Now, something happens in the comic to piss off everybody against Spider-Man before that, even Aunt May, and he has to deal with that. But probably has to deal with the Ben Reilly thing, because I know when you start throwing the clone thing, he's not going to act civil, because again, the clone was the villain originally, remember? And it's like he is trying to be him, and that's look. he's still a copy, you know, and it's not. So if he did anything, I have to read it, but I'm sure he probably did something that's controversial because he's the original, and now you got the clone trying to take his life away. So it's like, you know, maybe he played a little dirty, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah. So, and we also know that Ben Reilly now is going to be getting his own book. Ben Reilly.
That's good.
And I guess he's going to be fleeing the. I guess he's going to be in exile. Some shit's going to happen. Whatever happens with this battle they have, he's going to be going to another area of the world and being Spider-Man. Just like Miles is in Brooklyn, he's Spider-Man, and so they're all over the place.
I've been seeing a lot of that Into the Spider-Verse 2 commercials here and there.
Yeah, so. I'm excited about
trailer.
You know,
I mean, yeah,
Spider-Man 2099 being in it, and stuff like that. You know, very excited about that. So, that's another thing too. My second channel is supposed to be meant for the comics, and I have tons of comics behind the laptop that I got to read, and I just got to have time to do that. But again, it's something has to give, you know. So if podcast is now main and gaming's secondary, the comics is going to be third, I guess. So you know how difficult it is to do one YouTube channel, let alone two, and now the game. So I'm kind of stretched thin, but we'll see what happens. No promises, but we'll try to get some content up for the second channel. And we did make by the way, we didn't get to talk about this. On December 11th, we did pass 10 years on YouTube. And we made the 11,000th video. Before that, it happened so fast because of the way we pop out content.
Yeah.
And again, it's not. It was brought to my attention by Memery too. We only had about 25 real Hoovings last year, when other years it's been like 1,000, right? or like hundreds. You gotta blame like one, Doctor Who wasn't on that much, and two, the stuff we're going through, we call it the beer bug, right? Because that's kind of changed a lot how we do things a lot lately. It's very exhausting to me when you got to wear that all the time, and you're winded.
It is. It's annoying.
And you come home and you're winded. You are winded. And I get tired more, not because I'm older. It's just because the bullshit. Daniel, what's up?
Hey, Daniel.
How are you, sir? Good, Daniel. Oh, it is Chris. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
How are you, sir?
Hey, what's up, guys?
I didn't know wrestling was on tonight. Was wrestling on tonight?
No.
Oh, they changed it, right?
But even if it was, at the rate this show is losing credibility, it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
It's doing bad, huh?
That's terrible. This is probably one of the worst times, outside of some stuff that AEW is doing. This is probably the worst time to be a wrestling fan. I mean, it's in my opinion just abysmal. Wow. It's terrible. It really is. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm sorry, dude. I wanted to ask you because I know you're a huge Doctor Strange fan. And I wanted your thoughts because they wrapped filming. But I know they wrapped filming, but yet they're still trying to do, I guess, after credit stuff. Like, I guess they approached Ben Affleck to return as Daredevil.
Yeah.
Which they could just slip in there, I guess.
But
what are your thoughts on the movie? I mean, are you worried about the reshoots, or do you think that they came together and they fixed it, or what?
Allegedly, the reshoots were done to add more quote-unquote multiverse stuff, which allegedly entails adding more cameos to things that are out there and in the, I guess now, Marvel Cinematic Multiverse. We can't even call it universe anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
we can't call it the MCU?
I mean, you can, but apparently it's now, I guess, the MCM or something, Marvel Cinematic Multiverse.
Oh.
I heard it's that, and that they are potentially going in a different direction with how they do stuff with Wanda. There's a rumor out there. There's a rumor out there that Wanda isn't necessarily the villain, but a variant of her is the villain.
So they changed it because remember we were talking about it and we were saying that if she actually fucking does that, that's like the point of no return. Like,
well, that still could happen. That
right.
it could still happen the original way. From what I've heard, she like our Wanda. I say our Wanda as in the Wanda that we follow, the one that's in WandaVision, all that.
Yeah.
She is apparently responsible for all the shit that's going down. So whether she's the villain, whether she's the villain or not, she is allegedly somewhat responsible for everything that's going on. Specifically, she's using the Darkhold to try and find her kids, right? And in doing so, she has either A, been looking into the multiverse, or B, the more likely scenario is that she's been opening up portals or something into the multiverse, and allegedly that eyeball monster that everybody thinks is Shuma-Gorath, it's not Shuma-Gorath, it's Gargantos.
I was thinking something was off.
It's a different character altogether.
Yeah.
Apparently that thing has come into our universe because of her. Like, she let that in there either by accident or on purpose or something like that. And the alleged rumor, and you can see this somewhat in the trailer, is that either Wanda or this evil variant of her is after America Chavez's power, because apparently even with chaos magic, Wanda cannot go into other dimensions. She can't go into other universes.
She can peek in there, right?
She can look in there. She can make temporary rips, I guess, into there. But
her astral form could go in there, but she can't go in there, right?
Potentially, yeah. But she can't go in there like, okay, I'm here now. And the reason I've heard it's either one of two things. Either her chaos magic is tied to this universe, so it keeps her from moving, or when if she were to go into another universe, all her powers are gone. Like, she literally just can't do anything.
So basically,
her
powers are based on the Infinity Stones. So technically, since other Infinity Stones can't work in other universes,
I think Scott's on the money there.
I mean, isn't it the rules that they can't just go? Right, they can't just go to other universes. Like, then everybody would be going.
The only person who can apparently do that right now is America Chavez, because she can punch through each universe and wind up in another one. Because she's a variant. She comes from another universe, apparently. There's a rumor out there that this movie opens up in a variant universe where Doctor Strange and Wong get killed by something, and she takes off into what we would say is the MCU. And then Doctor Strange, America Chavez.
Oops, my bad.
So in other words, in her universe,
and then we wind up with the story.
So here's the thing: are they teasing us with the evil Doctor? So what is it? An evil Doctor Strange and an evil Wanda, or what? So I'm kind of confused.
So you got to watch What If.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to watch What If to see what's going on with that Doctor Strange. I can't stress that enough. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna watch it. All right.
Because I think we're being misdirected here. I don't think that Doctor Strange is really the villain. I think he just shows up maybe for a scene or two.
Right.
I really do think that the villain here is Wanda. I'm still on that train. And I think it's because either Gargantos or Shuma-Gorath is messing with her head and being
is it like a Shang-Chi thing where Shang-Chi was duped into believing his wife was still alive and imprisoned by her people? So now they're copying that and they're doing the same thing? That's ridiculous, though.
Well, sort of, because that thing in Shang-Chi, that soul-taking thing at the end of the movie, that thing has a connection to Shuma-Gorath.
So the thing in Shang-Chi is connected to... Okay.
Yeah, they're calling it the Dweller in the Darkness.
It's not him, it's connected. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the Dweller in the Darkness.
The Dweller in the Darkness is a Doctor Strange character, and he looks completely different. But I don't know why they called that thing Dweller in Darkness.
And I'm confused about.
They wanted to change it for the MCU.
I'm confused about also the fact that isn't Baron Mordo a villain? Like at the end, he took the guy's powers away, right? Made him cripple again.
Yeah.
So is this the same Baron Mordo, or is there an alternate reality Baron Mordo?
I've heard that this might be a variant potentially.
Yeah, the Fox universe. Like when Doctor Strange goes to the Fox universe, he's going to run into this variant of Mordo, and he's the Sorcerer Supreme of this universe. Which I was like, oh come on! I mean, I was hoping to see Doctor Strange in the Fox universe, right? But I guess we're not going to see that.
No, we're gonna. I'm pretty right, Chris. I'm pretty sure he's going to be popping in there. Right.
Well, apparently, Mordo is definitely like whether he's a variant or not is going to be a main character in this movie. But allegedly, there was a scene that they cut where Wanda eventually winds up in that X-Men universe and she fights Wolverine.
Right.
And then she has to return because her powers start to leave her or something like that.
Well, doesn't she fight Professor X also?
That's another rumor. In fact, there was a not a pre-production, but a production leak of a computer generated version of what this scene would look like, and it lends credence to the Wanda slowly becomes a fucking zombie because her face is all messed up in the thing.
Oh, like the end of WandaVision.
She's got a black crack going down the middle of her face.
But she's not going to stay that way.
Her face is splitting apart.
But she's not going to stay that way. So, right.
If the end of the movie sticks to the way it was before, then yes.
Really? What about Vision?
Yeah.
Are they building him up first?
He was nowhere to be found. He was nowhere to be found in the old script. I have a funny feeling they've added him into it, but.
Right. So you don't. Okay, so now where is this tie with the more phase build up of the Phase 4 villain, or is there really not a Phase 4 villain? They're just building him up, like Kang the Conqueror.
According to Kevin Feige, there's not going to be a Thanos villain anymore. It's going to be
right now until the Russos come back anyway.
Well, if they do Secret Wars, yes. But they said right now what they want to do is they want to have several different quote-unquote main villains that are all being built up at the same time.
And I'm sorry, that's what they should do. That's pretty much what they did with the Thanos anyway.
So, is Thor connected to Ant-Man with Kang the Conqueror and Loki, or no?
I haven't heard anything about that. I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't want to be negative, but I haven't heard many good things about this Thor movie.
Oh, no.
It all sounds kind of like a mess. Also had to go back for reshoots. Like, a lot of people don't know that. That also went back for reshoots. The Marvel production stuff is not going very well right now. I don't know if you know the whole story with Black Panther 2 basically not even being a movie anymore.
Yeah, I heard that it's fucking done just about.
Like
that, they're lying that they kind of re-signed her, and no, they don't like the way she's fucking saying. And then she got hurt, and then she didn't like the way they handled it. Then she got COVID. Then she don't like the way they handled it, and supposedly she's done. Right? Yeah. Because they weren't going to make her the Black Panther, and originally they were. So she's fucking pissed. And now she's threatening not to film anything, right?
She turned it down.
But she was filming.
She didn't want to be the Black Panther. That's apparently the whole thing that came out of this, is that they wanted her to be the next one, and she was like, no, I don't want to do this. And then they were like, can you just do it for one movie? And she was like, okay, fine. So she kind of begrudgingly did it. But, apparently that's why they're introducing this whole, hey, T'Challa has a son.
Oh, is that what they're doing?
Apparently they're gonna introduce his young son. Like during the 5 years between Infinity War and Endgame, I guess his love interest from the first one, she didn't get erased. And I guess she was pregnant. and then she gave birth, and then he comes back, and he's like, "Oh, I guess I have a son now," and then he dies.
Oh, so in other words, when he was gone for 5 years, she wasn't, and she had a baby.
Oh, that's
and
apparently what they're going to say.
And he comes back, and but here's the thing: the kid's 5.
Yes.
So how is he going to be Black Panther?
That's why he can't be he can't be the Black Panther yet. That's the problem. Is that they need like an interim Black Panther until this character eventually grows up.
Which is a long fucking time, by the way.
Right. And they wanted her to be the Black Panther. She wasn't on board with it. So I again, this is just a rumor, but I've heard that at some point in this movie, probably toward the end, M'Baku becomes the new Black Panther.
Oh my god. What the fuck, bro? Really?
Yeah.
Just give it to anybody.
Now I'm gonna say this though. I'm not putting any stock into that because I personally think that most of that movie is gonna get reshot.
Why don't they just not make why don't they just scrap it like they did in Humans? I don't understand. You can't really do it without him anyway. So why don't they just give up?
Several times is why don't they just bring a multiverse version of him and then be done with it?
Why don't you just give up?
There's a whole movement. There's a whole movement right now. It's kind of like a restore the Snyderverse kind of thing. And the movement is the recast T'Challa movement. They want people to just they basically do what Scott said. They want him to just be recast, like somebody just take the role and like don't mention it. Like he's
Disney
not a variant. He's not anything. No, the fans of the movie want it, and they're
but Disney doesn't want
it. Exactly, they're actively petitioning Disney. They're like, just recast it and don't say a word. Do like what you did
like
with
Mark Ruffalo,
War Machine.
like and Mark Ruffalo, right?
Yeah. They're like, just do it because we want T'Challa to continue his story. You know, it's
right. They want the culture of Black Panther to continue, but they can't continue.
It's terrible that Chadwick Boseman passed away, but a lot of people who knew him apparently were like, he would not want this to be the way it is.
Correct. He would not want it to end.
Somebody to pick up the story. Yeah,
and that's why I said I'm sort of torn when this first came out. I said I'm torn. Yes, I would love to see him recasted, but at the same time, I would love to have seen the Gal.
They should have waited
to take on the role. Well, then I started thinking, if they really want to get around this, set it up to where T'Challa is a multiverse version of this one. He somehow comes to our universe, and it's unclear why it is he didn't get shifted back.
They just need to. Here's the thing: they just need to. They want sequel, but and money, but they need to leave it alone. Some things you just need to leave alone, and maybe Black Panther 2 needs to take a rest for 10 years.
The problem is that they have so many plans. Like they want to do this Dora Milaje show on Disney Plus. They want Wakanda to be a big part of the MCU.
They're not going to be able to do that.
They're doing it. They're already doing it. It's already being produced.
Dude, I was looking at the news today. The shit that they're putting on Disney Plus now too. What else do they got? The Hugh Jackman fucking, what is that? Red Steel or some shit or whatever.
Yeah, coming up with Red Steel.
Dude, they're making series out of fucking everything. Yeah.
Well, get ready because they just dropped this bombshell today. Next week is going to be D23. So that's their Comic-Con.
Oh shit.
So that means they're going to announce like literally everything that's happening in the next 5 years.
Shit. Wow.
And hopefully at that point we finally get the damn Obi-Wan trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're going to see the new X-Men logo because there's going to be an X-Men movie in Phase 5. You're going to see...
I think we're going to see something for Blade. I think we're going to see something for Fantastic Four.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, potentially. Let me tell you something. There's rumors out there that Ghost Rider might be Norman Reedus.
Yeah.
And if that's the case... Goodbye, Walking Dead.
How you feel about that?
I was kind of hoping...
Chris, how do you...
No, let Daniel go. Let Daniel go.
Daniel.
I was kind of hoping Tom Cruise would be Ghost Rider because, I don't know, because, okay, first I thought to myself...
Tom Cruise is Iron Man, though, is going to be.
Yeah, he's Iron Man.
No, he's going to be Iron Man for the, he's going to be an Iron Man variant from the Fox universe. That's the rumor. But he's only going to be there for one scene. What?
I don't know about the Fox universe.
I mean, he's only going to be there for like one scene reportedly, and they don't hire actors for just one scene. They hire them. They make a contract with them for multiple.
Tom Cruise was a cameo in Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Powers. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that maybe they could do something with him, but I guess that'd be too much ask.
But you don't like Norman Reedus as Ghost Rider?
As Ghost Rider? No, I don't think so.
I
Really?
think he's kind of old to be Johnny Blaze. So that's just me.
He's 50. He's 50. How old is he, Scott? 57 or 51? I don't know.
Let me check.
Chris, how old is he?
He's in his 50s. I think he's in his early 50s.
51, right? Maybe.
Most likely.
Norman Reedus is 53.
Oh, 53.
53.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they asked Tom Hanks to be in the MCU. Who the hell is he going to play?
I don't
know?
I have no idea.
You sounded like you knew.
Oh,
I really don't.
Tom Hanks.
You know,
Scott is going to be in Ant-Man. We know that.
Scott,
much.
you know who Tom Hanks was supposed to be?
Nope.
So Tom Hanks, Bill Murray, right? Bill Murray's supposedly a villain, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's going to be a villain in Ant-Man.
He's going to be like a time travel villain, right? Maybe.
I'm gonna be honest.
I said
with you.
he's going to be a villain. I haven't heard exactly what he was supposed to have been.
I have no idea because there was also a problem with the Ant-Man. Did you see that thing that leaked on the Ant-Man set?
What, the broken helmet?
Yeah.
That he's dead? He dies?
No, it's not even that. Did you see who's in the helmet?
No.
It's Kang, like the Kang that we all know, like in the whole suit and everything.
In Ant-Man's suit?
If you look in the visor, his reflection is in the suit.
So in other words, he uses his technology?
No, he's like reflected in the visor, like he's staring at Ant-Man, like he's the one who did it. So
like he's the one who kills him.
I'm imagining here. I don't think that Bill Murray's going to be the main villain. I think that it's going to.
Oh no, he's not. No.
Bill Murray's not the main villain.
Bill Murray's not the main villain, but he's
that much I do know too.
He's a secondary character.
I'm going to be very honest with you too. We have to put everything that these actors say. Like if we don't know that they're a confirmed role, we have to take everything that they say with a grain of salt because. Like if Andrew Garfield is the best example of this, you know, him saying that he wasn't in the damn movie for like
just
months.
Fucking lie. Yeah, just lie.
Like we have to everything that they say now. We have to be like, okay.
Well, I mean, Bill Murray's not going to come out and say he's an Ant-Man if he's not an Ant-Man.
Oh no, I think he's in it, but if he's
Bill Murray don't do
questionable.
Yeah, Bill Murray don't do shit like that. He won't say anything like that. He's not.
Oh, I have no doubt that he's in it, but when he says, "Oh, I'm playing a villain," that could be Kevin Feige being like, "You better fucking say you're a villain, or I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah, right. So, and I heard that they're very pleased with Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I've heard, but they're not.
To be honest,
I guess
I haven't heard anything about that.
But like you said, everything is a mess except for certain things.
Everything is up in the air right now because the only thing that they really can look at and be like, yeah, that was great was Spider-Man, because and Shang-Chi to a point,
right.
But Eternals was a mess, despite what they said.
I still didn't see it, but I'm gonna see it. But
you want to know how bad it was, right?
It was.
Let me ask you, Chris. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You 100% believe that I'm gonna hate it, right?
I don't know.
You know the way I like movies. Am I gonna like it or not like it?
I think you're gonna find things in it that you like, but overall, I think you might say it was kind of just run of the mill. I don't think you're gonna hate it. Like, I don't think you're gonna trash it or anything.
I'm not gonna trash it. Oh.
I'll tell you what, though, it was funny because I went to work today, right? And I was there for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and the CEO. I work for a small business, so it's relatively a few people. But the CEO comes into my office, right? And he goes, "I got to talk to you about something." And I'm like, "Okay, what's going on?" So he goes, "I just watched Eternals last night." What the fuck was that? And I was like,
shit.
It's like,
That's
yeah.
great.
I was like, yeah, I know.
Oh shit. That's hysterical. That's funny. All right, let's switch gears for a second. Are you interested, anybody here, in the new Scream?
Yeah, I guess I'll watch it.
Everybody's like, kind of like, right?
Yeah, I'm just.
Chris, you don't think the new Scream's going to be all that?
I wasn't really into the first Scream movies. So.
Really, Chris? You think the new Scream's going to flop?
It's gonna be it's gonna make it back its money. I agree that, and it's gonna be a success. But it's just, I don't think it's gonna be as big as Spidey.
Chris, I don't know. Of course, it's not gonna be bigger than Spidey. But Chris, you don't think it's gonna do good?
I see. This is the thing. Like, this is the interesting thing with these horror movies, right? It's like they run such a small budget sometimes that like they could be terrible, but they make back their money, and that's why they keep getting made.
But this isn't going to be like, oh my god, it made so much fucking money that horror's back.
I don't think so. I think people are going to like it, and I think it's going to like kind of do what Scott said, like it's going to make its money back. And I
kind of think honestly that there hasn't been enough horror movies, so I kind of think that this movie's gonna make people go crazy, like make more horror movies.
I think it has the potential to do that. I mean, it could be I think it all depends on the quality. You know what I'm saying? Like if people go see it and they're like, "Wow, that was actually really good," you know. I mean, Halloween did that for a little while,
right?
Not the most recent one, the one that came out.
Like I think it will do so well that everybody and their mothers are going to start doing horror movies again.
See, that's the thing that scares me. Like mainstream horror movies lately, I mean, this might just be me, but like mainstream horror movies lately, in my opinion, have all sucked. Like you can find some like independent horror movies that are actually.
Well, really it's good. Like the last Halloween, right? When first viewing, I liked it, right? Second viewing, I'm like, why did I like it?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand. It's like, wait a minute, why did I like this? This is shit, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you paid Jamie Lee Curtis to sit in the hospital bed. Like, wait, she didn't do anything. Like,
well, you know what it is? It's like you're so starved for horror stuff that it's like anything that comes out.
You accepted it as good, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like Doctor Who lately too. Yeah. I don't know. All right, so let's go back now.
Joe.
Yes, sir.
If people are talking, right? Like they're saying that Doctor Strange's spell at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home changed reality. I don't think it changed reality. I think it just erased people's memories of Peter Parker. But
spell was only local. Okay, there was a stupid article, right, Chris, from Screen Rant, that they're trying to say that every single fucking.
I mean,
they're assholes. Screen Rant's full of shit. Here's the thing, okay? Doctor Strange's spell is not powerful enough to change like fucking 20 universes. So the thing is that the spell was only localized to the MCU. So they forgot who Peter Parker was, okay? But it doesn't affect Tobey's universe. It doesn't affect Andrew Garfield's universe. It doesn't affect any other universe. Like they all will know who Peter Parker is in that universe. Like MJ will still know who he is, and you know, but this universe, you know, I guess they have memories that they teamed up with Spider-Man against Thanos, but they don't know who he is.
Remember at the end, Happy even said, thanks to Spidey, he met Aunt May.
Correct. But you don't know. That was, correct. You don't know who Peter Parker is at all. Right.
Yeah.
Which I honestly feel that's going to change anyway. I don't feel it's going to stay. I don't feel it's going to stay like that way completely, because there's going to be, at some point in time, there's going to be something that needs to be said where only the people who need to know should know, you know? But we'll see.
Well, you know what they have to clarify too, right? They have to make sure that in the future they're like, you know, that spell also, like, it didn't just affect people's minds. It like affected like media and stuff, because like if the spell only erased people's minds that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, right? But it didn't erase the video of
they just watched the video.
Yeah, so
if you watch the video, you're like, well, if I know who Spider-Man is, then who the hell like?
But the spell did destroy the video, and the spell also, if you pay attention, erased Flash Thompson's book.
Right.
Completely.
Right. So I think it did that. I just think they need to be like, oh, the video's gone. You know, like.
But I still don't understand why this person that cast the spell like Doctor Strange can't remember it. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
That's dumb.
Okay, yeah. The caster forgets too. Yeah,
I don't go for that. I don't think that's right.
Because if you think about it, the caster is actually the center.
Right. So if something goes wrong, right, with that spell again, he would need to know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what though. You know what they're gonna fucking do?
What?
You know who's gonna be the only person to remember who he is?
Mephisto.
No.
Who?
Captain Marvel.
Why?
Because she's more powerful than the spell. Dude, I'm telling you, you want to know why? I thought the moment that I saw it, I was like, you remember in Endgame when she's like, hey, Peter Parker, you got something for me?
Yeah.
They're going to fucking be like, oh, yeah, no, she's like so powerful that she remembers he's Spider-Man.
Well, technically, who hooked up in the comics with Doctor Strange? And who now knows how to cast spells? And got a little power upgrade. There you go.
Bow chicka wow.
You know, that's what they said.
Oh,
they said that.
Oh, go ahead, Daniel.
Oh, sorry. That's what they said. Like, you know, one of the things they said is like Doctor Strange's spell dusted all physical evidence that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. I thought to myself it was just a memory wipe, but I guess it makes sense because it would have to erase every.
Like it didn't. The spell didn't alter time. Like they did. He did help them fight Thanos, but this is where it makes no sense because the thing is, like, let's just say Tony Stark came back, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna if Tony Stark came back to life, right? He's gonna question why, because the main reason to do that was to save Peter Parker, right? Like that was the main thing. He couldn't accept it. If Peter Parker didn't exist, he wouldn't even have fucking bothered. Honestly, he wouldn't have. That was the whole thing. It's like, oh, I failed this kid. I got to save this kid.
You know what would be interesting? Ooh, you know what would be interesting? It's the fact that since he was dead at the time, when he returned, he was the only one who remembered Parker was Spider-Man.
He should, like I'm saying, that spell shouldn't be able to work.
Yeah.
And also
like
they have
that would be interesting. He comes back and he doesn't understand why everybody but himself knows that Parker's Spider-Man.
And another thing too, technically, if you go by the shit that they did in the comic books, that you know the cloak, there's like something where Tony Stark could be a magic user in the future. But I don't count that thing. But still, you know, it is what it is.
So did you hear
the only other person, well, not really person, but the only other being who remembers that Peter Parker is Spider-Man is also Venom. The Venom symbiote knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Right. Now, and that's another thing, too. He came into our universe because of the spell, right? Or no? Because somebody was saying that he didn't come.
Yeah.
He did.
He did.
Right. So anything else that says it's bullshit? Anything else?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But that's another thing, too. If he was brought back into his universe, how could a remaining thing stay? Like, if that's just part of the spell.
So, I think it goes back to that prior hypothesis that I had way back when, before the movie came out. I think the symbiotes are multiversal.
Right. So he did.
So I think they can stay. Like, I think Venom probably could have been like, no, we're staying. But he didn't. They just went back to their universe. And then that part there. Did you see that there was that leaked concept art, too, of Tom Holland wearing the symbiote?
Yes, I saw that. That was cool.
Is that supposed to happen in the next movie?
I think that's coming in either Venom 3 or the next movie. Yes.
Okay. But now, is there going to be an Eddie Brock in MCU?
No, I don't think so.
Is there going to be the Parker dance?
Oh, no. Let's hope not.
I got to tell you right now, I have a feeling like that we're going to have a movie again with Andrew Garfield and Tobey together. Like it's going to be connected to the Spider-Verse thing, I think.
It sounds like Amazing Spider-Man 3 is pretty much going to happen.
You think so, right? I thought so too.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're trying to shoot for that.
Let me ask you a question now, right? In theory, right, Chris?
Mm.
Doc Ock and Norman Osborn went back to Toby's universe, not to die, but to exist, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And Lizard and Electro are also alive back in Andrew Garfield's universe, right?
Well, Lizard never died, so
right. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
But here's another thing I have a question with. So if the spell brought people in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't it bring in Emma Stone into this universe because she knows who Peter Parker is, or Mary Jane, or whatever? And then if the spell goes back, then wouldn't Emma Stone not be dead?
So
like Gwen Stacy.
Here's the thing. It may have done that. Like they may have brought people that we didn't see. Like for example,
like Venom.
Right? Venom was in some beach somewhere. So
right.
he was here. He just wasn't involved with what was going on. So
right.
I guess the idea is that the ones we saw are the villains that we wanted to see, obviously, because that's how they wanted to tell the story. But there could have been, like, let's say after Spider-Man 3, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man fought like a Kraven the Hunter or something, right? And he found out who Spider-Man was. There could have been that version of Kraven the Hunter running around in, like, Kentucky somewhere. Or something.
Because they said remember they said the one Spider-Man went to a dark spot, a place at one time.
Yeah, we don't even know what the fuck that means. Right.
But still, when he went into that dark place, one of those villains could have came over here too. And like Chris was saying, we didn't even see those.
Well, what I'm trying to make is, if you're gonna do an Amazing Spider-Man 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's to say they don't make it that because of the spell she's not dead, Gwen Stacy?
I mean, they could do that. I think it's more likely that they're going to introduce the Spider-Gwen version of her.
Yeah.
Oh, to recruit him.
I have this fringe theory too that at the end of that, that Miles Morales movie they're doing in November, the animated one. I have this weird idea that at some point they're all going to wind up in like a live action universe, and that's going to be how they introduce Miles Morales into live action.
So, like, of course, the Spider-Verse 2 would not be animated; it would be live action.
It would be a live action movie or something. Yeah.
With a section that is live action, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
but
remember when they did the little crossover with Homer Simpson, where he crossed over the Howard universe. Somebody was talking. Chris was just sparked my memory about that. There's a possibility that like he said with the Miles Morales movie, they may do something like that where he comes temporarily into a non-cartoon version.
So Morbius is in Andrew Garfield's universe?
That's apparently what they're saying now, because apparently Venom might be in that universe. So if Venom is in there, then yeah, Morbius would be there.
So Vulture is also in that universe?
I guess it's a variant of him. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a variant.
Michael Keaton
is Vulture.
No, Michael Keaton is the Vulture in the Morbius universe. That's Andrew Garfield's universe.
Yeah, it's a variant of the one from the MCU.
So he fought Andrew Garfield.
Maybe.
Okay.
It's possible.
Yeah, one of the rumors is that the reason why they're holding back Morbius is because they want to get Andrew Garfield in there at the very end.
I heard he is in it. I heard that he did the cameo, or he's doing the cameo.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I think that's probably what happened. I think that they saw how much of a reaction he got. I think a lot of people misunderstood, like at Sony, I mean. I think a lot of those people misunderstood what people didn't like. Like, it was never that they didn't like Andrew Garfield. They just didn't like The Amazing Spider-Man 2, because The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was a mess. But that wasn't Andrew Garfield. Like, Andrew Garfield was...
They fucking loved Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone together. Like, they fucking... Everybody loved that shit. And then it was too soon, I even said. I said, oh, this fucking shit Green Goblin to kill her is, like, so rushed.
Right.
You know?
Right.
What they should have done is had it take place at, I wouldn't say at the beginning of Amazing Spider-Man 3, but they should have at least waited until Amazing Spider-Man 3 during like the first one or two acts. That's when she passes away. And
I mean, I always had look. I know it had to happen. Well, it didn't really have to happen, but I always felt that was a mistake for Amazing Spider-Man 2 to kill her off.
They wanted to do that for the damn like, oh, we're recreating that comic. You know,
Yeah,
like that's the only reason they did that.
I don't know. But so you pretty much think that's the case. Maybe Spider-Man 2 is happening.
I think that there's like a 70% chance right now that happens. I think that anybody who wanted that movie to happen in the past that thought it wasn't going to happen because of 2.
That shit will make a billion fucking dollars. That shit, I'm telling you, that comes out
easily.
Remember how we speculated and we said, if you fucking did this and you brought Toby back, and this would be fucking billion easy, right? And it is. It is, really. Same thing.
China, it'll make more. Hopefully they'll get to China.
If they could set it up, I was just thinking as well, if they could set it up where they do a little twist to where Peter has the black suit when Gwen dies, they could even turn around and make it seem as though the suit, the symbiote, was blocking Parker's memories of what really happened, to where Gwen was the one telling him he needs to lose that black suit because there's something wrong. And
I mean, I don't. That's a stretch.
I'm telling you,
I
think they're just gonna do like a multiverse Spider-Gwen thing, and he's gonna fall in love with that version.
Yeah, but isn't that weird though? It's like the copy. Not that a copy. Really. It's like you're just gonna love another version. I mean, his version's dead.
I doubt they're gonna bring her back to life, like the
I doubt that too. But
I really don't think that's happening.
Yeah, that's what they were going to do for Amazing Spider-Man 3. They were going to do the Clone Saga for Amazing Spider-Man 3.
What if they just put the body on ice and Miles Warren tries to do something? Something, I don't know.
I mean, it's like Daniel just said, they were going to do that, but I know when that idea leaked out there, not many people were very fond of it. They were like, that sounds kind of morbid.
Yeah. I want to know the villain that he lost control with. And he fucked up. Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he said he lost control and he probably...
Yeah, it's definitely somebody that, if he fucked up a villain, the villain's going to be more fucking sinister now because he's going to be fucking scarred or some shit. Right?
Yeah.
But remember in Morbius universe, there's a picture of Spider-Man that says murderer on it. He probably killed Andrew Garfield probably killed somebody.
Yeah, maybe that's who it is, right?
You know who it could have been?
What?
Because he never found the guy that killed Uncle Ben.
Right.
Cool.
He did in the video game. I know he did in the video game, but in the video game he got eaten by Carnage. So, I mean, that didn't happen, obviously. But
who could he have fought that he just lost control with?
I think he beat that guy to death. I think he found him and he beat him to death.
I don't think they're gonna have Spider-Man kill anybody.
Oh, I do.
Mm.
It's like Daniel just said. Why did that newspaper say murderer?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
I really do. I really think that he found that guy and he beat him to death, like with his bare hands.
Mm.
Like Batman style, except like he didn't stop where Batman would.
Or it's possible he re-meets up with the Goblin, and
that Goblin sucked. Nah,
I know.
Don't do that.
I know, but they could set
with
up where he re-meets that Goblin.
Bring in the Hobgoblin.
What he did to Gwen, that's when he went totally.
If they brought the Hobgoblin in, right, and that he just fucking lost control because this guy stole the suit and reminded him of the Green Goblin, and he beats the shit out of him so much that he makes him like partly blind or something, and he has to use technological means to like have his eyesight and all this other stuff. That would be cool because then you could turn the fucking Hobgoblin into a real bastard, right?
Yeah.
That would be cool, but it's got to be something that there's got to be ramifications of that. We got to see.
I have a funny feeling that if they do the Amazing Spider-Man 3, that the next villain is going to be Scorpion.
That would be cool.
I think that he's a little overdue. on the list
He
of
hasn't
Spider-Man villains.
appeared.
Yeah, on
He
the
hasn't
list
appeared.
of Spider-Man, the list of Spider-Man villains that people really want to see is starting to get a little bit thin, and like the last two are like basically the Hobgoblin and Scorpion.
I mean, you
Yeah,
got
who we
plenty
haven't
of
seen
villains,
yet is
though.
Flat Top.
You got plenty. Hammerhead. You got plenty of villains, though. There's so
Yeah,
many
so
fucking
good.
villains.
You have plenty
There's
of villains.
hundreds of villains. He's got the biggest.
I get that, but the thing you got to look at it from like the perspective of how many of these villains can carry a movie.
I mean, here's the thing: they're literally. He's got Spider-Man has more villains than Batman, Superman, Wonder, all of them put together. Like he literally has. We're talking 60 years of history that he has I believe he has the most villains. Period. Right?
He does.
And they can be. I mean.
You got
Scorpion would definitely be perfect to use. You know.
Yeah. But you got to think of it from a marketing perspective, though. They want to pick the villains that are going to look really good on a poster. You know,
right?
Like,
no, I know.
So if they use some like, oh, we're going to do Alistair Smythe, people are going to go, who the hell is that? Like,
yeah.
You know,
well, what they need to do is they need to have J. Jonah Jameson in Garfield's universe, right?
Yeah.
And they need to have that he hates him so much that he's the one that's behind Scorpion, like in the comics, right?
Right. Yeah. And
then you could also have J. Jonah Jameson financing Alistair, Smythe, and just do it like that. And then
remember, if we're going back to the Andrew Garfield universe, that means all the stuff that happened is in there, and that means Oscorp is responsible for everything.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. So, I mean,
you know what that means? That means that scene in Amazing Spider-Man 2 where the dude in the freaking hat walks by all the stuff in the vault.
Yeah.
That's all back in play now.
Come up.
Yep.
Right. The person that was trying to free in the prison, right?
Yep.
Who the fuck was that?
I don't know. I always thought it was like Norman, but apparently it wasn't. Because Norman's dead.
Right. And so was Harry. Which I hated that Harry Osborn shit.
Yeah, he's not really a big loss.
Because they were best friends when they were fucking 5, which makes no sense. Okay.
Also, Peter was kind of a dick in that movie. Like, your blood might save me. Well, fuck you. I've got a secret identity.
Right.
If this guy's your best friend, you can't just be like, look, dude.
But that's the thing. They were best friends. How could they possibly? You and I tried to figure out this timeline. They were 6.
Yeah.
They were young. How could they possibly be in like teenagers and everything? Right? It was fucked up. So that whole thing is a sham. Like that whole friendship.
I'm just saying too. Like if this dude's your best friend and he's literally dying, you're not gonna be like, listen, I'm Spider-Man. Don't tell anybody.
You would.
Yeah, you would. Okay, gotcha, Peter. I got.
Right. Isn't that what the Hulk does?
Thank you for saving my life.
Isn't that what Bruce Banner does? He's like, fuck it, this is my cousin.
I think that's what's going to happen in She-Hulk.
Basically, this is my cousin. Fuck off, right? I mean, that's basically it.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. She's my cousin. All right. Fuck it, we'll deal with it later. She becomes a Hulk. Oh, well, right?
Yeah. And it's funny, too, because Peter's, like, his whole thing was like, I can't tell you who I am because I don't know what you're going to do. He doesn't do it, and he becomes the Green Goblin. So, I mean, like...
Right, because you're a dick. Right.
Yeah.
But that's so stupid too. That whole fucking degenerative disease that only they fucking have. That was dumb.
Oh yeah, the Osborn curse.
Please, that was fucking dumb. But they copied that shit for the video game too, though, right? Or something like that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's I think that's why Venom is showing up in the sequel because I think either part of that suit gets to Eddie Brock or they're literally going to be like, nah, Harry's Venom.
Right, but then they're going to use the symbiote to restore Harry.
I think the symbiote comes from him.
Didn't they say that in the game? There was like a little thing that said Venom or something on there.
At the end, he's wearing the symbiote. At the end, like the black tentacles reach out for the tank when Norman touches it.
Right. Okay. Did you see that shit? That was that real? That they're going to make a fucking Diggle fucking series?
Justice League U. Yeah.
But they're going to be sold.
Yeah, CW is being sold. Or
So how is
CW also announced like 3 shows today that they're doing.
So how the fuck are they going to do this?
So I guess what they could do, and again, I'm not like a contract lawyer or anything, but I think you can do this. If they sell it to somebody else, they could put a clause in the contract that says, but these certain productions have to continue.
Right, but doesn't Grant Gustin want to be done with The Flash now? But
allegedly, yes.
So he would be done then, right? That's done. His contract's up anyway. They didn't re-sign him, did they?
I doubt that he did, unless they backed up a huge dump truck of money on his lawn.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I don't think he re-signed, honestly.
I doubt it. Yeah.
I think The Flash is done, but they're not going to say that this is the final season, right? Obviously.
This is the final season.
Is it?
Yeah.
They said it?
CW,
this is the last season.
Thing.
They said that this is the final season of The Flash?
Yes, it is. Season 8 or whatever we're on is the final season.
They announced it as the final season.
Yes.
I didn't know that. You knew that, Chris?
No, I mean I don't watch anything on CW. So
wow, I'm surprised.
He never got. This is the same channel that apparently has that horrible Powerpuff Girls show coming out.
Oh
no, that got canceled. No, that's not coming out.
Oh, it probably is.
No,
what's the name?
Super
quit.
Woken's gone. So.
No, what's the name? Quit. Chloe Bennett quit. Now she's in the pilot.
Yeah, apparently they're in the process of trying to recast her.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's the one where they have sex, right?
You know what else they announced? You know what else they announced today too is female Zorro.
That's stupid.
Yeah, and there's a lot of Latinas who are pissed off about that.
That's fucking dumb, bro. That's dumb.
There's
all these movies are fucking bombing. Why are you even bothering? Why are you
even do it going that way?
Dude,
they're all bombing these movies.
That's the thing, right? I don't know if you saw that report, but there was a report that showed the CW's numbers, like their ratings that are coming out.
They're shit.
The only thing that has like a somewhat positive viewership is Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
Jesus
Everything else was like tanking.
And that's old.
Why are these things getting renewed? And then like Batwoman was dismal. And they're like, oh no, we're doing another season.
Yeah.
They're going to do another season of that?
They want to do
it's supposed to be a third or fourth season of it. Yeah.
But it sucks.
I know. But they are determined making that show.
They have to appeal to their demographic that they think is watching.
Topic, right? Did you like I liked back in the day G4, right?
Yeah.
And Attack of the Show and X-Play and all that shit.
Are you talking about that meltdown that they had?
Did you fucking see that shit?
Did you also see that they posted the clip on their Twitter with no context, so nobody knew what the hell was going on?
Do you know that I think it was 1 or 2 years ago? One of the producers or something sent me a message asking for me to help to like donate money to like try to get that back, like because I guess they must have thought that because I'm a published author that I'm rich, so they asked me to help them to like pay money to bring back G4, and I'm like, what? Like whatever. Like I'm like, sorry, dude, I can't. Whatever, because I don't have money, but they probably thought that I had money because they, whatever. But seeing that bullshit. Like, what the fuck was that?
Not to mention though that they've got a guy on there. Like I'm not a Republican. Like, but this dude actively
Adam Sessler is flat out said
actively goes on Twitter and like just wants all Republicans to just like vanish. Like
you want 78 million people, right? Yeah. 78 million people to die, right? Didn't he say that?
Yeah,
I don't know if he said that specifically, but he does.
I mean, he's talking about Republicans, right?
Republicans.
So there are millions of people. Now, here's the thing, right? How can anybody be that fucking stupid that, all right, just because you voted for somebody doesn't make you that person, though. You just voted for somebody. It doesn't
because
make
they don't see it like that.
But they're fucking dumb, though. That's fucking dumb, bro.
Here's the problem, though, is that, like, on that side, you can say stuff like that and not get reprimanded. And that's why...
Bro, let me tell you something. They've been off the air for fucking how long, and then they come back and they fuck up like this?
This is a bad look. This is a bad look because now that show is going to get turned into a meme. Like, that's it. Like, the show is now
I was excited that it was coming back, and when I saw that, I'm like, I'm not going to watch this shit. This shit sucks ass. Because I don't believe in discrimination. Look, it doesn't matter whether I'm a Democrat or Republican. Like, there should never be anybody that singles out one type of group of people and discriminate or racist or anything. Like, that should not be going on in 2022. And the fact that these people had singled out 74 million people or 78 million people, Marvel Comics did that. That pissed me the fuck off. When they did, they tried to turn Sam Wilson, Falcon, Captain America, and in a comic book, he's like fucking saying that Republicans are Nazis. I was like, after I read that, I never got that fucking comic again, and I never read anything with Falcon in it again. Right? Because how could you fucking do that? How could you? These are supposed to be things that kids read. How could you try to shape people into hatred?
Well, that's exactly why. Because the kids are reading it, so you get them early, and then they.
But why would you? That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
It's so that they grow up and they vote the way you want them to.
Fuck that. Fuck that. How about no?
From that perspective, yeah. But if you're on that side, it's brilliant. You know, like.
But it's not. I mean. And then half the people that you love, those writers or whatever, you turn out to be assholes too.
Huh?
That they block if you're a Republican or something.
I can't wait to see how hard that show gets memed on now. Because that's
actually, I'm telling you right now, they're done. They're done. They have to be done. They have to be done. People are gonna rip them to piss. People already I saw today are ripping the piss out of them. First of all, that woman, right? Like, she's a little hard on herself, I think, right? Saying all those things. Like, maybe half the people didn't think that, right? She's going by what trolls say. Now, we all know, like, say, Me Marie, too. Like, he even said something about me wearing a fucking hat and stupid shit, right? People troll all the time, right? So you're gonna listen to a couple of bad apples, right? Which is not the overall voice of the community. And you're gonna bash your fucking half of your fan base based on 5 troublemaking trolls. So now she just fucked the entire fucking show. And all the assholes in the show that were in the background like, yeah, and clapping and shit. I don't want to watch that, period, now. Like, at all. Even though I'm okay, here's the thing. I'm on my way to becoming I'm trying to be the #1 gamer in America, right? You know I'm serious about that, Chris, right?
Yeah.
I'm 318 in PlayStation. I mean, #1 gamer in PlayStation, right? Like, I'm always watching video game stuff all the time. I don't want to watch that because that's fucking like discriminatory against a certain race of people or a certain group of people. And I'm all about equality, not oh my god. So that made me fucking sick to my stomach. And I'm pretty sure that the overall consensus was that people had looked at this and like, oh my god. Adam Sessler's an asshole. Oh my god, these people suck ass. They're terrible human beings. Right? I'm done with that. Done. I won't watch anything to do with that because I don't like that. And that woman, like, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about, but like, she's a little hard on herself, and not for nothing, but like Olivia Munn and Morgan Webb, like,
was decent.
They were gamers too. Like, it wasn't about just the looks and everything. They were gamers too. People were watching, and it was just what they had to say. It wasn't that it was all about that, but whatever. I don't know. No, I'm getting messages about.
There you go. Right, you know,
I'm getting messages about what I'm saying right now. Not everybody likes what I say. Hey, listen, you know what? I don't pull my punches. I say what I feel, and I feel that there is equality, and it doesn't matter. Like, just think about the ridiculousness of it. It's like saying, "Oh my God, you like pizza? Fuck you!" Like, you're talking about voting for a person, not that you're fucking that person, right? That you're the same as that person and whatever he does or she does. Like, you voted for someone who you thought would run the country best, not that you're a fucking dick or you're a whatever. And these people are so fucking dumb, they don't get it. Like, just like if you're a Democrat and you voted for Biden, then people are like, oh my God, you fucking voted for him, you're like him. No. So, like, they don't get it. And I can't believe that if they're so fucking educated that they don't fucking get it. It just makes me sick because
they get it. They get it. They just don't get reprimanded for it, so they keep doing it because they think they're doing the right thing.
And when they can never work again, then you fucking see.
But you see what you said right there? That's the problem, is that doesn't happen to people on that
Why
side.
not?
Because that is the narrative. If you're on that side, you're doing the right thing.
So all those people that put the money behind G4, they're all assholes.
No, they all think the same way.
They're all like, they all don't give a fuck.
I'll give you an example. Right? If that guy came out and he went on the show and he started the show with like, I don't know, he like, fuck Republicans. You know all those idiots in the background that were cheering when she went on that rant?
Yeah.
He would come out and be like, fuck Republicans, and they'd be like, yeah, woo, yeah.
Yeah.
And that would be it. That would be it.
And they fucking blocked everybody. You saw that?
Well,
they blocked everybody.
They have to, because I'm telling you, man, they're gonna get memed on every episode. It's
over. It's already done. Yeah. It's already done. Geeks and gamers are ripping the fucking piss out of them.
There you go. You know, I mean,
ripping the piss. I'm ripping the piss out of them. They're fucking stupid. Jesus, man. What do you say,
Daniel?
It's a mess.
I don't really follow that kind of stuff.
Daniel's the smartest one of us all.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't.
He's the most.
I made a few comments, but yeah, I'm with Daniel.
He's the most fucking intelligent of us. Because he's like, I'm not getting part of that shit.
Yeah, same here. I may have made a comment on the first day, but after that, it was
right. After a while, right? You and I were like, oh, we talked about this, right? Yeah, let's just shut the fuck up. That's it. It's going to be terrible. Yeah, I know. You get banned from everything, right? Dude, Chris, do you remember the first time in my life I got almost banned from Facebook? Because I was against King Kong. Do you remember that shit? I fucking flipped the fuck out, bro. Do you remember?
I didn't know what happened to you. I thought you unfriended me. I was like, did he? Like,
bro, I was in fucking shock, right? I was in shock that I said Godzilla will kill King Kong or some shit like that, right? And I was like fucking in Facebook jail, like fucking banned, right? And I don't use Facebook that much, like just to contact you guys. But then when I couldn't contact you guys, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah. I think I wound up calling fucking Scott on his phone number. I think I might have called because I have your phone numbers, but I never call, right? Only if emergency, I guess, right? I think I called you or I text you or you text me or something. And I'm like, oh no, I'm all right. What the fuck? They blocked me? They banned me? These motherfuckers at Facebook, you can't say that King Kong like sucks. I was like, holy shit.
The same thing happened to you that happened to me. I used the word bomb. The way I phrased the word bomb in something, they banned me for.
Chris, what was the exact thing I said?
Joe, I don't think they banned you because you said he sucked. I think you phrased it in such a manner.
No, I think I said King Kong. I think I said Godzilla.
Violated their little.
No, Chris, the exact thing I said was what? Godzilla will kill King Kong? Or something like that?
You said something to where it was like Kong was going to die or something, and I think that was the problem. They saw it die.
It's a fictional fucking character. Your algorithm does not recognize that.
They thought you
Mark Zuckerberg, you stupid fuck. You stupid fucking fuck.
They thought you were a Skull Island terrorist. That was
right. So Mark Zuckerberg, fucking Facebook Meta, fucking put me in Facebook jail because I can't say that Godzilla will kill King Kong. That's how fucking stupid Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook are. Fucking dumber than fuck. And this is what kind of pissed me off against Facebook.
They were being sued, and they came back and said, "Oh, our little fact checkers are just giving their opinion."
And the fact checker shit was bullshit, by the way, too. They should get fucking. They should pay through their ass.
There was probably a fact checker out there that was like, "Fuck you, I like Kong."
Right. These motherfuckers are like, "Oh wait, King Kong won the first battle, so no, King Kong can't get killed by Godzilla because we fact checked that and King Kong lived because there was a movie called King Kong Lives, which that sucked too. But okay." Fucking stupid fucks. And I never got blocked for anything or banned for everything. I was so pissed about that. Even my own family members couldn't
because I said something.
Even my own family members couldn't fucking contact me. This is why I hardly post on Facebook. I was aggravated. I was purely aggravated. I was like,
that's the social media landscape.
Yeah. So that then you kick off a bit. You say anything else about the political spectrum? Well, this is why I wish that Sharon said I could vote for office. I could run for office because I would have fucking read and changed a lot of shit. But not in this timeline. But in another timeline, I am president of the United States.
A variant.
A variant of me is president of the United States, and like it just, after I became the number one gamer, I said, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna run for office too. I'm gonna be fucking mayor of New York, governor of New York, and then fucking I'm gonna be president of the United States," and just did it basically.
Oh shit. That's gonna be the next variant I tune into.
Right? No. President. Oh shit! Right? Fucking president.
Speaking of games, did you guys hear what happened to that Star Wars game they announced?
Yes.
Star Wars Eclipse. So that they showed that Star Wars Eclipse thing like a month or two ago, right? And everybody got excited because it's being made by the studio that made Detroit Become Human and Heavy Rain and whatnot.
Oh,
I love that trailer.
And the fucking game got delayed till 2027.
Oh fuck that.
Oh.
Fuck that. Yeah, when you announce the PS fucking 6.
That's what I said. They're gonna be on like the next gen.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Jesus
exactly.
Christ. Jesus Christ.
This game's gonna come out when I'm 40. Okay. That sucks.
Yeah, apparently there's some kind of production trouble. Like
it's a video game. All you gotta do.
Yeah, I think now going forward, Scott, you and I think I'm not going to count the years when I get my birthday. Just forget about that.
You know what it is, Scott? Though, like to your point, you know what that's code for? But being delayed, that means that they can't creatively figure out what they want to do, and that to me means that somebody back there,
somebody fucked up,
is like, oh no, you got to do it this way, which we should have seen this coming because it is a High Republic game. So
I gotta tell you, I kind of stood away from the Boba Fett series because I was such a huge fan of Boba Fett. I don't know. You like it?
It's good.
Fantastic.
It's
good. Yeah, it's quite good.
I don't know. I'm weary.
The fight scenes, I have to say, are quite good.
Will I like it, Chris?
Yes.
Yes, you
I
will.
Like
it. Yeah.
Because
maybe I'll watch Eternals tonight.
I'll tell you this. It's doing more for Boba Fett's character than I think a lot of people thought could be done.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. Yeah.
What I mean by that is it's really easy, and by easy I don't mean like production wise. I mean like conceptually coming up with a Boba Fett story. It's really easy for somebody to be like Boba Fett, like swashbuckling around the galaxy doing bounty hunter things, right? This story is taking Boba Fett and doing like, yeah, that's all cool. But what if he was like this? And this being, what if he's not that guy that goes around doing the work for other people? What if he's the guy who eventually tells the other people what they're gonna fucking be doing?
Right.
And so I think it's far more interesting that way than it is if he was just doing random missions like Din Djarin or something like that.
I love the music. I have to say, I'm loving the music even more. And this is going to be a bit of a spoiler. The sand pit, the music they used for the Sand People in one scene. It's like I gotta download that song because I love that song.
Yeah,
and it fits the that portion of that section.
It's the same. It's the same guy who did the soundtrack for The Mandalorian.
Yeah,
right.
And personally, I think that now that John Williams has stepped aside, I think this is the guy who should be doing Star Wars.
John Williams is done, right?
Yeah, I think that we found the composer for Star Wars stuff, and they should really just lock this guy in contract-wise for the next few years, just so he can just do the music. Because I think he won like some award for the Mandalorian, like doing the music. So I mean. I'll tell you this: Boba Fett is a slow build. Like you don't get like a major action scene.
Yeah.
Every episode, like you'll get action, but it's not like over the top or anything.
Yeah.
It's a slow build, and that's what I enjoy about it because I felt like the Mandalorian season 2 while it was really great, it was like every episode had this like major action scene in it.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of like, okay, let's slow down, we're telling this story, and then you'll get your action scene.
And I think another thing I love about the closing is the closing artwork and the way they move the camera around.
Yep.
Even though the pictures were static, the way they move the camera, it gives the impression that that closing artwork, the people are actually moving in it.
What are you watching, Daniel?
Well, I watched Cobra Kai. I finished that. It was really good. And I'm gonna start to watch I watched Mandalorian season 1 and season 2, and I think I'm gonna start Boba Fett. You know, I really hope these shows come on DVD. You know, I really hope these shows come on DVD eventually. But you know, I keep on hearing. Chris, did you hear this? People say that eventually. Like the reason why that Disney Plus is not putting it on DVDs because they want it. They don't want to hurt their bottom dollar. They think if they're going to put it on DVD, people are going to buy it on DVD instead of go on Disney Plus. Also, I heard that like a lot of people say, "Oh, physical media is being phased out. Pretty soon, it'll just be downloadable only." Oh my God, it's horrible.
I think you're right on both accounts there. I think that they want people to stay subscribed because if you're like me and you're only subscribing for the Star Wars stuff, when that stuff comes out on DVD, you could buy the DVD and then unsubscribe. So that's they're losing money on that if they do. And I know that Disney Plus is like one of their main like revenue streams now. Like that has to do well because they make a huge amount of money off of it. So I mean,
especially with the way the things are in the real world.
Right.
With the pandemic, people don't want to go out now, and they just want to buy everything online and download shit.
I think Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, if the story is true that these shows are all leading to some kind of huge like event kind of thing, I think they're trying to make Disney Plus like the last stronghold for Star Wars, because let's face it, nothing else is working.
Right.
So,
no, it isn't.
Yeah.
It isn't, honestly.
Yeah, there's Star Wars.
They fucked it up so bad.
Movie versus pretty much tanking.
The movies, the novels, the comics, the fucking hotel, the video games, the merchandise. I mean, there's some cool merchandise.
Let's tell you, I bought that video game with high hopes. I couldn't even pass the fucking first board.
Which one?
The one, the Jedi, the fucking last Star Wars game that came out.
Right? Fallen Order?
Yeah. I couldn't even pass.
Fallen Order was pretty good.
I couldn't even pass this one. For some reason, I still can't do it. And I was done with it. I was like, I'm never playing it again. It's something like.
Fallen Order is actually pretty decent, to be honest.
Yeah. But, okay, so what else can we talk about? All right. Let's talk about Godzilla. Tell me, is there anything you can tell me that's going on, or is it just fucking dead in the water right now?
Pretty quiet right now. The most recent thing was that somebody works at Legendary, mainly their graphic novel division, posted this thing a couple of days ago. It was a picture of one of the old Kang comics that they did for the MonsterVerse, and he said, like, the party's over. Now it's time to get back to work on it, whatever it is, ...
Right.
So I guess there's going to be some kind of graphic novel. We're still waiting to hear some news about that Kong Skull Island show that's canon to the MonsterVerse. That's going to be on Netflix at some point. It's being made by that studio that made that Castlevania anime. So
it's going to be animated?
Yes. And then... the most recent thing, too, is that Playmates renewed the license because apparently they made a huge amount of money off of the Godzilla vs. Kong merchandise. So they're doing a whole bunch of things this year, apparently, with classic stuff, too.
Okay.
But really, it's been quite... The main thing that's happened is that, and we still haven't gotten an answer to this as far as I'm aware, the official Toho account posted this picture of a clock. And everybody was like, what does that mean? And they were like, it was like the countdown begins or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they still haven't told us what that means.
So are they secretly making a Godzilla movie right now?
I think that's probably what's happening. Yeah.
I see. Is it going to be like Shin Gojira?
I don't think so. I think they're finally starting their World of Godzilla. At least I hope that's what they're doing.
Now, what about Transformers and G.I. Joe? I mean, Snake Eyes bombed, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So G.I. Joe is dead in the water, or
as far as I know, I don't think they have any plans for G.I. Joe. I know that next Transformers movie comes out next year. It was supposed to come out this year, but it got delayed.
Right. So, and then supposedly we're getting another Turtles.
I have no idea about that.
That's what Seth Rogen said, right? Or some shit about a live action.
Is he directing it?
I have no idea.
Because that'll be dead on arrival if he directs it.
Yeah. I don't know, honestly. But I know that. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. That's all under the umbrella of Hasbro. And Hasbro, since they bought Power Rangers, that is their thing now.
Power Rangers.
Like they came out and they were like, listen, if you're a Power Rangers fan, like your kids are Power Rangers fans and stuff, we've got like 7 shows in production.
Wow.
Plus a movie.
Son of a bitch.
They're going to restart that whole thing.
They're severing ties with Japan, so they're not using the Japanese footage anymore.
Oh.
So that means that anything that comes out past the one that's currently on, I think it's some dinosaur one, it's all going to be like in-house Hasbro. Like they're making it 100% from scratch, right?
Oh, shit.
They're making a movie universe, which is apparently canon to the main story. Then they're doing shows on Netflix, and they specifically said not all the shows are going to be for kids.
No.
So I guess that means they're going to have a normal show for kids, and then there's going to be a more mature one, I guess. I don't know. And then the thing that I'm actually really excited for is that their merchandise, right? They're not only selling to kids anymore. They're doing like an adult collectors kind of thing. They're putting out this like Megazord at the end of the year. It's the original Megazord, the one that's made up of the dinosaurs and stuff. It's like the mother of all Megazords. Like this thing is basically like an AI. It's like fucking crazy.
Jesus.
So they are going all in on this IP. Like it's their thing now.
Now, who has the rights to He-Man and She-Ra?
I have no idea.
Is that dead in the water now after the flop of the Kevin Smith He-Man? Is that done?
I heard that I don't know if the second season came out or not, but I heard like the second season
came out.
Apparently.
Yeah, it did.
Oh no, the first season. I'm sorry, one season. There was 2 parts of it, right?
So they said that the first part was what everybody got pissed off about, but apparently they're saying now that the second part is going to be what everyone thought it was going to be.
Well, the second part I heard everybody was pissed off too.
I don't even know if it came out.
I think so because they reviewed it. I think.
I have basically no interest in He-Man, so I'm like I know very little about it.
Okay. And Thundercats, is that still going to be a live action, or I heard something like that? Right?
Thundercats it's a really interesting thing. There is one on the board, but Adam Wingard is directing it. The guy who directed Godzilla vs. Kong, right?
Right.
He's doing the sequel to Face Off right now. That's his next project, right?
That's ridiculous. Okay.
And then he signed on to do Thundercats. But the rumor, it's a pretty substantial rumor because it came from a pretty good source, is that Legendary is actively chasing him to do Son of Kong. So right. I don't know where that would line up in the timeline here,
Yeah. We pretty much covered a lot of things. What didn't we cover? Oh, the Flash movie.
Oh, yeah. They're going to, what they're saying is like either the Flash is going to merge. What do you think is going to happen? The Flash is going to merge the Burtonverse in the DCEU to make a new universe, or he's going to create a new universe that, has both, pieces, both elements.
I think he's accidentally going to create a new universe where Michael Keaton is Batman and everything that Zack Snyder did is gone.
Right.
Yeah, because
they talk about it as one of the reasons why they want to do this thing so they can erase the Snyderverse.
Yeah, because Batman 89 and Batman Returns, they're both going to be canon to the new DCU.
It's not like the MCU multiverse. It's like if the Flash does something, the timeline's gone, right?
It's that way. It's that way because WB wants it to be that way. Yeah.
Oh crap!
So
he doesn't just
Tim
create
Burton's
something?
Batman. So all right. So explain this to me, right?
Yeah.
Aquaman 2, right? Wonder Woman 3.
Yeah.
Are still part of the Snyderverse or no?
No.
So
No.
they're not connected to Wonder Woman 1 and 2?
They are, but
Wonder Woman
this
2
is
connected to Wonder
apparently
Woman 1.
this is apparently the thing, right? Only certain things from the past. Again, if these rumors are true, which a lot of this stuff is there are things that are pointing to it being true.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the stuff from the past is either going to be reworked or erased.
So in other words, Wonder Woman 1 and 2 and 3 happened, but her involvement in Batman versus Superman and Justice League didn't happen.
Potentially.
But yet she's still with Aquaman, which doesn't make any sense.
So this is the thing. It basically, this is how you have to think about it. If WB liked it, it stays. If WB didn't like it, it's gone.
So it's basically Josh Whedon's Justice League stays.
No, I think that got erased too.
Oh. Because then how is she with Aquaman? Because that doesn't make any sense.
Because only certain things are getting removed.
So she knows who Aquaman is.
Suicide Squad.
And they didn't fight. They didn't do any of that thing.
We don't know. We don't know how this is going to end up. Apparently, what we do know is that Henry Cavill is no longer Superman.
That's fucked up.
Ben Affleck is no longer Batman.
That sucks.
And they're being replaced with Supergirl and Batgirl.
Yeah.
And we also said that the only time they were going to do Supergirl was when Supergirl show was canceled. And that's basically it.
I mean, Michael Keaton is the Batman of the new DCEU, so that's pretty good. You know,
He's
I
not,
like Michael Keaton.
He's not.
No. They're changing them into women to go woke.
No. He was Batman, but now he's too old to be Batman.
Correct.
So apparently he's working with Black Canary to find someone who can become Batgirl.
Right.
And they should realize this is going down the drains because of the CW show.
So in other words, no male, just female.
Yeah.
So why don't you just...
No. They still have male superheroes. So allegedly, Aquaman's going to be okay because they're getting a sequel to that. And Shazam is also there because they're doing...
And the Flash.
Fury and the Flash. They're doing...
And Cyborg's fucked.
Hold on. They're doing Fury of the Gods and Black Adam. So
okay.
they're not touching Shazam because The Rock is tied to Black Adam, which will tie to Shazam, and you know they're not going to fuck with something The Rock's doing because that may make them $1 billion.
But he wants Henry Cavill.
He does. But WB is all outside of the Henry Cavill bubble.
But it's up to AT&T, not WB, because AT&T owns WB.
AT&T is on WB's side here.
Oh. I thought they were on the Rock side.
Well, they're on the Rock side, but that doesn't mean that he gets to dictate the story, though.
Oh. Because he said didn't he only want to be Black Adam if he got to fucking fight Superman and Batman and all that shit? Like,
this is a passion project for him, so he's going to do it pretty much.
All right.
He's been trying to do this for a long time.
I know.
Yeah.
So you know
We're
what?
going to have to...
What pisses me off is, okay, so Batman 89 and Batman Returns is canon to the new DCEU. So that means those movies happen in the new DCEU, which is good. But Pat Hingle, who played Commissioner Gordon, is not going to be Commissioner Gordon in the new DCEU.
No, but it's
going to be J.K. Simmons.
Listen, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, right?
No.
The Burton Batman always existed in another universe, correct?
I mean, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's going to be in the mainstream universe, right?
So this is the thing, right?
I don't know how this fucking works with DC at all.
We don't know if that's like the genuine, like, Tim Burton, Michael Keaton Batman.
If that's the main universe.
It might be. It probably is. But there's the off chance that this is like it's really similar to that, but it's not actually that.
Maybe he just fucks everything up and it just gets mixed.
I think, and I'm you know, this is gonna be like, you know, what are you talking about? We need to just Infinite Crisis this thing and just like start from the beginning.
Oh shit!
Like bring everybody back for an Infinite Crisis.
J.J. Abrams doing Superman. Stop it, Chris.
So that way everybody's happy, and then you do your thing. Well, look, I'm telling you right now, when this is all said and done, you know what's going to be the one thing that they have?
Wonder Woman.
Money.
The Batman.
Well,
Batman's supposed to be PG-13.
I know, but here's the thing though. That's not connected to anything.
no, it isn't.
So it's gonna stand out on its own. And if that movie does well, and then the Flash comes out, and people are like,
Fuck everything else.
Yeah.
Because we can't even say that Wonder Woman is a big thing for them because Wonder Woman 84 was a disaster.
It
Oh,
fucking
God,
bombed.
that thing
It
sucked.
bombed. It bombed.
So, yes, they're doing Wonder Woman 3, but how do we know that that's not going to? And if that comes out,
But they had to do
stuff,
Wonder Woman 3 because of this whole contract bullshit thing.
I know that, but like, but what I'm saying though is, if that comes out and Wonder Woman 3 sucks, that's it. Wonder Woman's
That's
done.
why Aquaman's in her movie because they don't have faith in it.
Yeah, and if that comes out too, and that's not good, you.
All right, unfortunately, I have to cut this short. We have to continue this another day. I have to run, but we will do this if we can soon. I really appreciate Daniel and Chris and Scott. Happy birthday again, Scott.
Thank you.
To appear.
Birthday, Scott.
Daniel, I will be giving you a cast. I promise. I have to work it in my schedule, but it's just going to be me and you. We're going to do a big one, okay? I promise. I told you that. All right, thank you guys. Have a great day. Take care. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye.